between a WWE star getting a jail sentence of 15 years to an ESPN WWE lawsuit to a brand new WWE Champion crowned on tonight's SmackDown, perhaps, potentially. And that is just the beginning. That is just the start of this video. We got a lot of explosive details, rumors, news, and gossip that you're not going to want to soon miss here on Sean's View Entertainment. Remember to click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications because the story is going to unfold right here, and it's going to be very, very clear as to what we're going to bring up, what we're going to talk about. Because in the first headline, in the first topic of this video, WWE hit with a lawsuit over ESPN streaming access to premium live events. While ESPN is very happy about how their deal with WWE is doing so far, that doesn't mean that fans are pleased. And a new lawsuit has proved just that. A new class action lawsuit is taking aim at WWE over how fans were told that they could watch premium live events on ESPN. The lawsuit was filed Thursday night in the U.S. District Court in Connecticut. It accuses WWE of misleading marketing tied to the move of WWE premium live events to ESPN's direct-to-consumer streaming service. Some fans who already received ESPN through cable or live television streaming services still had to pay an extra monthly fee to watch WWE events, and that is the real problem. That is why this lawsuit is happening. Some would say that this was deserved, that this should happen, that everything should move back to Peacock, that everything should go back to what the WWE Network was all about. The plaintiffs say that it conflicts with how the rollout was presented to consumers. The lawsuit represents U.S. customers who paid for ESPN's direct-to-consumer service in the lead-up to WrestlePalooza on September the 20th, while already receiving ESPN through traditional providers. The lawsuit names WWE as a defendant. ESPN and its parent company Disney are not included. The plaintiffs say that this was done to avoid arbitration and class action waiver clauses found in Disney subscriber agreements. The suit claims more than $5 million is at stake, and if this lawsuit is successful, again, $5 million is at stake, then affected customers could receive refunds or a partial reimbursement. The confusion started when WWE PLEs moved to the ESPN app in September as part of a new deals right, and WWE pays about $325 million per year. Again, it pays WWE $325 million per year. That figure is a big jump from the roughly $200 million Peacock previously paid for WWE events and content. Under the new ESPN deal, access has varied by provider. Some paid television subscribers could authenticate into the ESPN app and watch WWE premium live events, but others could not. Access depends on individual agreements between Disney and each TV provider. Obviously, this is major. This is crucial. This is crazy, viewers, because it's all about your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. It's all about your emotions on the show. Now, remember, without you, there is no Sean's View. Again, WWE was a lot simpler. It was a lot more affordable when it was just the WWE Network for $9.99, Peacock, and then you had Monday Night Raw, and then you had SmackDown on TV. Life was so much simpler. It was so much better. Ever since TKO has taken over the WWE, they have gotten all these different deals. It's been astronomical. It has been through the roof. It has been ridiculous. Again, the WWE just doesn't even seem like the WWE anymore under the TKO deal. And listen, I know we have a major match tonight. We have a huge match, 3 stages of hell. Drew McIntyre one-on-one with Cody Rhodes with the undisputed WWE Championship at stake. The WWE title is on the line. And I get that and I understand that. But there's been a lot of rumor. There's been a push backstage. According to those that know, plans can change. And this doesn't mean this is what's going to happen. This doesn't mean this is how the WWE is going to go. But don't be shocked, actually. Don't be surprised if Drew McIntyre walks out of 3 stages of hell, the brand new WWE Champion, as that has been the push. That has been the plan. But again, plans are always changing in the WWE, as we know. Again, it's high stakes, it's high drama. It is big reward tonight on the blue brand of SmackDown. Now, some of you are already watching or have watched SmackDown because obviously it's not in the United States. It's across into another continent, another country. So you might have already watched, you might have already got the result, you might have already know who won. We may have at this point a brand new WWE Champion and Drew McIntyre. Or Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes could still retain the WWE Championship. It all boils down to the game Triple H and what he ultimately wants. Again, viewers, this all boils down to you. Without you, there's no show and view. Remember to hype and like the video. Remember to donate. Who do you want to see walk away the winner tonight? Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes? It's 3 stages of hell. Hell in a cell. Instead of the old classic steel cage, it should have been Hell in a Cell, since we have not seen a Hell in a Cell match in about a year and a half. But moving on, viewers, moving on. We got other breaking news that we're going to deliver and give to you right here on Sean's View Entertainment. We give you the most significant, the most dynamic. Because at this time, we are receiving word that AJ Styles is, well, this is big. This is huge. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles confirmed for the TNA return, for his TNA return at Impact on the AMC premiere. Wow, that is epic. That is huge. That is off the charts, ladies and gentlemen. AJ Styles confirmed for TNA return on Impact on AMC premiere. Now, listen, we saw AJ Styles a couple of months ago return on TNA, but it was just like a one-off. He didn't have a match. He didn't wrestle. He didn't compete. Are we going to see that? Are we going to get AJ Styles wrestling on TNA The Return? It is going to be epic, ladies and gentlemen. And as AJ Styles calls himself, he calls himself the Phenomenal. He's a former WWE Champion. He's a former TNA Champion. The presence, the significance, the importance that AJ Styles delivers and carries with him is off the damn chain. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers at this time and at this hour, the backstage reaction to MJF's Diddy promo on Swerve Strickland is being revealed and unveiled. What did you think about that Diddy promo to Swerve Strickland on AEW TV? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions. Also, the WWE doesn't see Javon Evans as a franchise star despite NXT fan support. Well, that was evident when they went to a commercial break as he was signing his contract. That was quite evident, right? Also, breaking news on Tiffany Stratton. This on this January 9th, 2026. Tiffany Stratton hasn't been seen since dropping the WWE Women's Championship to Jade Cargill, and now we finally know why. Stratton has been out of action with an injury, according to those that know, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Revealed what fans have been speculating since her brutal title loss on Saturday night's main event. Wow, that is major. That is cataclysmic. But ladies and gentlemen, listen to this next update. Former WWE star, big-time YouTuber, a man that made a name for himself, not only in wrestling, but outside of wrestling and online. A huge online presence. As me, I should have an online presence, a huge online presence, but I just wouldn't be doing what this person did. I would not be committing what this person did. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring this up to you right here and right now. Former WWE Tough Enough contestant sentenced to 15 years for aggravated sexual assault of a child. Former pro wrestler and YouTube personality Evan Cloud. Evan, known in the wrestling world as Jurek 120, has been sentenced to 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to aggravated assault of a child under 14 in Houston, Texas. PWInsider.com confirmed the conviction, which was handed down this week after Cloyd's March 2024 arrest. The case has been working its way through the court system for nearly a year before reaching this outcome. 34 years old, was once a regular on the independent wrestling scene, competing for CZW, Evolve, and Beyond Wrestling. He also had a brief WWE TV appearance in 2016 under the name Chase Silver, where he was squashed by Braun Strowman. Before that, he was a contestant on WWE's reality competition show, Tough Enough, giving him early exposure to the mainstream wrestling audience. His final wrestling match was in 2019, and now he will be behind the bars. He will be in jail. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. Wow. Very disturbing, very maddening, and very shocking, to say the least. Also, we are receiving word at this time. Again, there's always changes. There's always, differences. There's always the latest, the greatest. Again, this is why we do multiple videos a day. It's so important to go watch the video before this one, guys. I did upload a video before this one. Please go check that out right now as I upload multiple videos a day. Click that bell and turn on all notifications next to the subscribe button. Also, Elton Prince reveals a 2-level neck fusion surgery after a scary injury in a WWE match. Now, if you go through the annals of time, You go through the history of the WWE. There has been multiple neck injuries. There's been multiple neck surgeries. There's been multiple stars that have been sidelined due to neck surgeries and neck injuries and neck problems. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle, Edge, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, just to name a few. And now you can add Elton Prince's name to that as well. And I'm sure there's been a plethora of other WWE stars with neck injuries. Also, when the WWE decided to nix Blake Monroe versus Thea Hale at the NXT's New Year's Evil is being revealed and exposed online. Also, Stephanie Victoria shows off nasty ankle injury after WWE Raw attack. And we all saw what happened there. We all thought that she was going to have to relinquish or forfeit the WWE Women's World Championship, but that is not what happened. Also, the WWE SmackDown spoiler results for January the 9th. We will not spoil it. We will not ruin it for those of you that have not watched the show, but the results are online. Also, breaking news on the SmackDown GM, Nick Aldis. Now, we all know that SmackDown is tonight. We all know what's happening. For some of you, you've already seen it or you are watching it right now. Nick Aldis breaks down the perks of his unique WWE contract. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that the WWE SmackDown is in the Uber Arena in Berlin, Germany right now. Also, a spoiler on Jordynne Grace's main roster debut match for tonight's WWE SmackDown. Again, I'm just going to say she's on SmackDown, she's wrestling, but I'm not going to give away the match. I am not going to give away the spoiler. Also, an absent WWE star backstage for the SmackDown tonight. Also, the spoiler lineup for the January 9th SmackDown. Again, I am not going to say it. I'm not going to put it out there. Also, breaking news as it concerns good old JR, Jim Ross. Jim Ross reveals Andrade El Idol's AEW return caught him completely off guard. Also, Nikki Bella, one half of the Bella twins, Nikki Bella, appeared at the Fiesta Bowl with the CFP Championship. Also, Bryan Danielson says that he is still rotten on AEW commentary, and new names emerge for the WWE Performance Center tryout next week in Orlando. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. Also, the WWE is reportedly very high on a current AEW champion, that being Powerhouse Hobbs. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Also, the timeline is being unveiled and revealed online for Stephanie Victoria's next title defense after ankle injury. And Kerry Morton signs a multi-year NWA deal amid WWE interest. Santos Escobar's current WWE status after re-signing with the company being revealed and unveiled and exposed online. Also, ladies and gentlemen, coming through at this hour, Matt Cardona's indie booking price revealed after his return to the WWE, that being somewhere in the ballpark of $5,000 per indie appearance. Also, WWE superstar sidelined with a significant neck injury, and Tony Khan shuts down creative control myths and explains how AEW really works behind the scenes. And CJ Perry says WWE had a problem with her ring gear showing a little too much. CM Punk reveals that he feared serious injury after losing boot in WWE match. That is your World's Heavyweight Champion. Also, Saudi Arabia is pushing for major Attitude Era stars at WrestleMania 43. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, among others. Also, Jeff Hardy. I almost was like Mike Adamle at one point. Jeff Harvey, remember how he said that on Raw at one point? Jeff Hardy reveals neck injury diagnosis ahead of TNA Genesis. And do you believe that Saudi Arabia should get The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin for WrestleMania 43? Well, if it's the right money and all the stars align correctly, you know the payday is going to be phenomenal for them. Plenty more to come, a lot more to get to. SeanzViewEnt always silencing the doubters, the critics, the naysayers. Also, the WWE are holding off on main roster call-ups for NXT stars. Yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. That is how we're ending the show. Guys, we keep you glued to your screens from the get-go because without you, there is no show in view. We provide you with the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, where you will not be muted, you won't be shut out, you won't be shut down. Prolific, consistent, and dedicated is the name of the game right here on this very show. And if you're not down with that, subscribe.